If you are planning to take the Life in the UK test, this video is for you. I'm going to share exactly how I passed mine at first attempt by studying smart. I didn't have to study hard, okay? I'm going to walk you through the official website that I used. A very helpful YouTube channel that I came across that really helped me. And of course, some extra tips, in order to pass this exam at first attempt as quick as possible. If you like this video, stay with me and watch till the end. First of all, Life in the UK test is a test you take when you're making your application for citizenship or settlement. You must book your Life in the UK test at least 3 days. You book it online at least 3 days before the test date, and it only costs £50. It's a 24 question test and you're expected to get 18 right. You only get 45 minutes to answer this question, and it can be a lot tricky because of random historical questions and dates that you are expected to know. When I first started studying Life in the UK test, the truth is that I felt overwhelmed because there is a whole lot to take in. You need to learn the histories, the dates, the traditions, inventions, and a whole lot of them. And at some point, I'm wondering, why am I even expected to know all these things? That I felt that it is unfair. But yeah, I had to develop a special strategy to help me, and that is exactly what I will share on this video. Another thing is that because I didn't even book this test on time, it's almost time for me to apply for my ILR. So I just needed to pass this exam at first attempt without wasting time. So what happens on the day of the test? On the day of the test, you need to arrive on time. Arriving on time will help to prevent nervousness so that you will be in control, okay? And you are expected to go with your identity documents, your passport, your BRP, your driving license if you have one, okay? So when you arrive at the test center, first of all, you will be admitted in. You'll be asked to queue up, or there may be seats for you to sit. You line up, and when it's your turn, they are going to search you to make sure that you don't have any cheat material on you. After that, you will go and verify your identity. This is where you will submit all those identity cards that you came with, and you will verify and sign your signature. After that, they will give you a key to lock up your belongings, and then you proceed to write the test on a computer. So the test takes 45 minutes, but it took me less than 10 minutes to write the test. Why? Because I came prepared. And I will tell you that I got 24/24. It's just that you don't get to see the ones you pass. When you're doing the test on the computer, you don't get to see the ones you pass. But because I have gone through these questions, I've studied them, the material that I use, almost all the questions came out. So what are the study materials that I used? First of all, I used the study material from the official website, okay? I'm going to drop the link here, Life in the UK test. If you type it in your web, but I'll put it in the description box, but if you type it in your browser, it will come out. That's the official website. All the materials there is mainly questions. It's questions that you will see there. There is no textbook there. So it's advisable to just go with the question, especially if you don't have time to start reading textbook. But if you go through those practice questions, it has mock questions. You can see the recent questions. Just practice all of them. Make sure that you go through all of them, okay? And you will pass. Dedicate at least 30 minutes of your time every day. This is what I did. At least every day I study for it. Once you finish going through all the questions, just like I did, believe me, you're going to pass it at first attempt. And with time, you will see that these questions are repetitions. You will just see yourself getting up to 90 to 100% of these questions. And that is when you know that you're ready. So on the day of the exam, I was asked to go inside and write my test. I logged into my computer, and then I sat for the test. In less than 10 minutes, I'm done. Because why will I waste time? Everything is familiar. The questions were cheap to me, and I passed at the end of the day, okay? I would also like to mention that when you pass, they're going to send you an email to show you that you pass. That reference number, you're going to keep it safe because that is the number you will use when you're making your applications. So you may want to save it in your emails, your iCloud, your file, or wherever you feel that is convenient for you. Also, I stumbled upon this helpful YouTube channel. The name is UK Life Prep. Okay, I'm not doing adverts, but I feel like sharing this YouTube channel because it really helped me. This man took his time to explain everything about life in the UK test. He used illustrative diagram to describe the leadership. You understand what I mean? Like, everything is very clear. You need to see it for yourself. UK Life Prep. He outdid himself. And this man, I can always listen to him whenever I am cooking, whenever I'm on the go, whenever I'm washing, whenever I'm bathing the kids. I listen to him because his voice, I don't have to look at the screen. He explains everything and it's very clear. And it's one of the things that made this exam super easy for me. So what are the extra tips? First of all, you need to dedicate your time and study at least 30 minutes every day. Okay, don't overwhelm yourself. Just like I said, at the beginning, it's overwhelming. You feel like, oh, why am I supposed to know all these things? But with time, it will begin to make sense. It will be clear. You will begin to understand, okay? So devote 30 minutes of your time and just try to understand it. Try to picture everything. Don't just cram. But anyway, even if you want to cram, the main goal is for you to pass, right? Also, give yourself some time, at least 2 weeks, to study for this exam. And if it's very urgent for you, take like 1 week leave so that you will actually finish all the question banks. So I'll advise you to focus on practice tests. Don't go and start reading the textbook. It's not necessary. Practice test is enough for you because you get to see exactly all the questions that you practice. They can reward it. It can just be a slight difference in the question, but it's exactly all the questions, okay? So third tip, just like I said, you can find someone that is teaching it in an audio form so that you can always listen when you're busy. When you're cooking, when you're doing something else, you can always listen because at times what we hear also tends to stick. So my advice, if you want to take this test, Life in the UK test, you can actually take it anytime. It mustn't be when you're ready to apply for your ILR. No, you can take it now as long as you keep that reference number safe, okay? So that whenever you need it in the future, you can put that reference number. You can actually take it anytime, okay? So there are some exemptions. There are some persons that do not need to take this Life in the UK test, even if they want to apply for ILR, okay? If you're less than 18 years or above 65 years, you do not need to take this test. Also, if you have passed it before, just like I said, if you have written this test, you just have to write it just once. If you've written it before and you want to apply for your ILR or citizenship, you don't need to write it again. And also, if you have a long-term physical or mental condition, okay, you must provide either an exemption form or a letter from a doctor confirming your physical or mental illness, okay? So these are exemptions. This group of people do not have to write Life in the UK test. If you are not under this category and you're preparing your Life in the UK test, I wish you best of luck. Drop your questions in the comments if you have any. I'll be there to reply you, okay? At this point, if you're yet to subscribe, please subscribe to my channel, like, comment, share, okay? To make this video to be visible to a lot number of people. I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.